9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Breaker, 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 breaker. Sound check. Nothing? There we go. Whoa, lordy. All right, folks. All right, I want to talk to everybody real quick because everybody is jumping on the bandwagon about this situation. I'm looking at things a little different here, okay? As always. So I'm going to pull up, let me see if I got it downloaded yet. I put together what happened on two nights ago, on the evening of the 25th, which is still, okay, it is up and ready to watch. So this is the situation in Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, one of two. I can't freaking remember. I've been putting together all kinds of stuff. Um, there was a power plant that blew up. There was also a reactor that blew up that caught on fire, and I'm about to show it. But this is the situation. First, we're going to talk about the problem. Then we're going to talk about some solutions, especially if you're an elder, especially if you're on a CPAP machine. It's just freaking hot. I mean, right now it is 95 degrees here in the Ozarks. This heat wave is putting a lot of strain on the grid, and this is my concern. And let me show you this video real quick, and then I'll be right here watching it with you. Watch this. It's about a minute long. I mean, it's not very long, but I wanted you all to see what happened and what my big concern is. So let's watch this. And I put this together just for us. So hold on a minute.
Just heard a massive boom as I walked from McKees Rocks toward the south side, and something blew up over there on fire. Sorry, my commentary is nothing more than stating the obvious. First
Well, here we go spinning. But you get the gist of it. Here we go. I don't know. It shouldn't matter. Yeah, it happened in PA. Okay, so you could see, folks, this is a serious situation. This is what I want to talk about. What we're watching right there is a reactor that's burning up, right? This is a reactor burning up. So, let's talk about this real quick. First of all, I'm glad to see everybody checking in. Second of all, with everything that's going on and people, I mean, I just got on to Dragonflies about it. It's 100 degrees here, but what she do, she lowered the thermostat down. By everybody lowering the thermostat down, if you're usually set at 70 degrees and now you're set at 68, what's going to happen is we're going to stress the grid out. Now, I know the masses are going to do it. And so that's why we prepare, right, folks? So I want to talk about some solutions because this is my scenario. This is my scenario. And I may be wrong, but we've been talking about this for a while, and this is what I want to talk about. It doesn't matter if you're not in PA, and I'll tell you why. This is the situation. The grid is connected together in sectors across the country, and y'all should know this. We've been talking about this since the Battlefield Board almost 2 years ago. So what will occur is we already have one plant on fire that caught fire purposely or unpurposely. You be the judge. We've seen a lot of fires this year, haven't we? Just saying. Second of all, as one sector of the grid goes down or has a major issue or is stressed because of the heat or is stressed because of the usage, it's going to stress the rest of the grid out. So I don't care where you're at in this country right now. You should take this very, very serious if you're an elder. If you just can't deal with the heat, these are the things that we need to really think about. Your thermostat is on 77 and it won't shut off. And that's what I'm talking about. It's that freaking hot. So imagine, one, the stress that's putting on the grid, the pole. So we have this situation in PA where this fire already erupted. Now, what if we get 4 or 5 or 6 of those happening across the country? This could be the situation that we've talked about for the last 2 years about grid down. I'm glad to see everybody checking in, though, first of all. So this is some solutions, and you need to do it, and you need to do it as soon as possible. And this is just my own personal thoughts. If you have thoughts about things you feel that we should do as the OTWP mag, as preppers, as homesteaders, as 2A'ers, as truth seekers, write it in the chat. This is about community. One, if you have these small water bottles, take about a case of them and stick them in the freezer right now. If you have the capability to have a bathtub or a water bob, fill that tub up, especially if you're in the 16 states on the East Coast from Delaware, Pennsylvania, and down that coast. Go ahead and fill up your bathtub. Go ahead and fill up some 5-gallon jugs of water. Freeze some of that water and then also get you a cooler. If you have a cooler, take that cooler, bring it in, figure out what the coolest room of your home is. Keep your drapes closed. When you fill your cooler up with ice, as the ice melts, do not throw away the ice water. That water is going to be cool. Take washcloths, towels, put them in that water and use it to keep your body temperature down, especially if you have medical conditions. If you're on a CPAP machine, which power plant? Let me see. I can tell you. Hold on. It's not supposed it exploded. It did explode. I've gotten more than one report and I've had more than one video. So, Dragonflies, could you look it up, please? It's on this one if you can find it. It's right there. It should be in the thread. Should say what town. I will definitely give you that information. Thanks for coming in, Storm Radios and Cats. I like that. So it did explode, and there's several videos. There's also reports coming in. But this is the thing, folks. They're giving us the warning. Now there's an alert 1 out according to Zero Hedge, and I hope that Zero Hedge is not leading prepping channels and news channels in the wrong direction, right? Pittsburgh Island, thank you, Brandy F. But it did occur. Okay, it already occurred. This is the thing: is that one, get your water situation, freeze water, Get your cooler, bring it inside. Keep your drapes closed to keep your home cooler. Limit your outside work, limit your outside activities, and limit your cooking indoors. Right now, I would say cook at midnight, cook at 1 o'clock in the morning, cook when it is cool, cook outdoors at 1 o'clock in the morning, but damn sure make sure that that barbecue grill is turned off and that you don't start a fire on top of the other situation, right? So we want to be very alert about what we're doing. As preppers, we're going to take these steps, but you also got to realize the masses, they're going to turn that thermostat to 65 degrees, and that's what's going to cause the major issue. We've seen this before. We've seen rolling blackouts across the country. We've seen them all over in California and up and down the East Coast and in Texas in these miserably hot states. But this is my concern. I feel that there's sleepers waking up across this country. How many of you in the chat right now feel that there is sleepers here and they are awake and doing things? Hit a 1 or a yes. I really truly believe that this is already occurring. So I think the important factor here, as being prepared families, individuals, married couples, whatever it may be, is to look out for your family and look out for your own. Because if the grid goes down, I hope that maybe you have a solar pack or that you have something, especially if you're on a CPAP machine, right? If you're on a CPAP machine, I hope to God that you have put things in place. It's the Pittsburgh reactor at the power plant. There's another one up here too. There's some interesting news coming out today. And it says multiple authorities responding to a large fire and explosion at a power plant in Pittsburgh, PA. Currently, multiple law enforcement and government agencies were responding to a significant 2-alarm fire incident at the power grid on Bronot Island in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Authorities had confirmed a catastrophic failure of a reactor at the power plant. As a result, thick black smoke and flames are visible from several miles away. It's currently unknown if anyone in the plant was injured. This came out on the 25th, the evening of the 25th, right? So if Brandy, hit a 1 if you feel that there is sleepers already awake in this country. I truly believe that there is. So this would be the ample, perfect opportunity to go ahead and just take his grid straight down. I hope to God I'm wrong. But I would rather see all of us prepared and ready for this type of situation. This is why we prepare. This is why we're on this journey together. And this is why we come on these channels, is to be alert and ready. So first of all, take your cases of water and at least get 1 case frozen solid. Throw them in the freezer right now. Do it as soon as you get off this live, because this could extend your food. Dragonflies, how long does it for the hurricanes power down? How long is refrigerator good? It's not very long. We have an indoor thermometer inside of our refrigerator. So you got 48 hours to use your food without opening the door at all. And you also have to take into the factor the temperature. We have an indoor inside the refrigerator that's just ran by the temperature, no battery, no nothing, to keep track of that temperature. We're very picky on our food. So you're going to need to cook that food. If the grid stays down over 2 days, you need to get on it. And yeah, see, this is a commercial little thermometer. It just hangs in your refrigerator, keeps you in the safe zone. They're not very expensive. It's just a freezer thermometer that's used in commercial settings. So, if you have the opportunity to get one of those, get one as soon as you can in the future. But right now, we can't be running around. If you have the capabilities and you have storage room for a few bags of ice, I would say go ahead, especially if you're in the hit zone on the East Coast where they have the alert 1 out. Now, I do want to show this because we've often pulled this up, look at the United States power map. It is really not bad today. And they went wonkers. Well, it is moving to the East Coast, so let's look at it real quick, folks. Let's look at it. It is moving to the East Coast. It was mostly Texas and scattered. But you can see here, so A very big concern is Michigan, and I know we got Carol and we got Lady Casca, we got some of our other folks up there in Michigan. So take this and get on point about what you're doing. We have Michigan 158,000 out, and we have New York only 13,000 out of power. That's not much. You know, that could happen in a bad storm. We have Ohio around this low, 12,000. They serve 5 million customers. So, you know, you got to look at the percentages too, and Virginia. But if you notice, some of these states are starting to pick up. They were scattered. We had stuff down here in Texas, and you're not really seeing that now. So I can't see it right now in the chat, but we have Michigan, 158,000 people, New York, about 14,000, Ohio, about 13,000. Um, so, and this is updated every 10 minutes. So I'm going to leave it up here while we're on the stream just to see if it gets updated again, because none of that on the East Coast was yellow in any way, shape, or form. And now it is. So that is a little bit of a concern. I always like to bring these kind of things to you, right? But I want to say this, that I want to bring solutions to you. I think, you know, we can get on here and talk about all kinds of news articles and stuff like that. I'm going to pull that down real quick. We can talk about all kinds of news articles and things, but I will say this. Y'all want to, this might get me kicked off YouTube. So something happened at Martha's Vineyard, and we had a current president and his chef, a past president and his chef just kind of, and he fell into the water, right? And he lost his life because he couldn't swim. So take this for what it's worth. Now they're saying that both Mr. and Mr. were on the property, and they're also saying that there was blunt force to the man's head that lost his life. Huh. And then another article came out about big time whistleblowing, that he was going forward with some crazy stuff to whistleblow on that past president and his family. Hi, it's very interesting how people lose their lives when they're going to come forward and whistleblow on the government. It's amazing, isn't it? I mean, we've seen so many people lose their lives. It's very interesting to me. Yeah. Yeah, I would agree with you, Dragonflies. That's probably exactly what happened. Oh, isn't that? Oh, Royal Linus, thanks for dropping that little tidbit. Isn't that interesting? That's very interesting. How do you drown but not have water in your lungs? But you know, those darn dogs and cats, sometimes they, oh my goodness gracious sakes almighty. Mmm. Oh, you mean big bad Mikey? Well, so folks, I just came on just for a few minutes tonight because I care about each one of you. I'm glad to see the names in the chat. But I want to say, you know, as soon as we get off this live, right, I would say it's very, very important. Um, yeah, isn't that interesting too, Brandy? And well, for some reason he perished too. Yes, yes, so many. I really wanted you all to take this to heart, though. What's going on? Let's pull it up one more time and see. But there's this, you know, it's 16 states. I hate to jump on the bandwagon with different articles because that's just not who I am. But I want to say about this power outage situation. This could cause the stress that many of us have been talking about for the last 2 years about it down, and also the country starts seeing major rolling blackouts. That is the fifth and the final nail to becoming a third world country, when the infrastructure cannot uphold the population. So, you know, we have a couple scenarios here that could happen, and I'm hoping that, you know, that we're wrong and that this doesn't occur, that it does go straight to the grid, becoming like a domino effect and falling on us, right? Because I don't know about y'all, but I enjoy live streams. And without power infrastructure, the grid, you know, would go down and we wouldn't be able to be on the internet, which is, you know, it's wonderful. Let me see. Here we go. I'm just going to go ahead and show it. Oh, this thing has gotten major people have. This has gotten a lot of people watching it. Um, so we'll just go through the article real quick just so y'all can see what YouTubers are finding this information on Zero Hedge. It's a great newspaper. Really, I've always talked about Tyler Durden. He's a great guy. So a heat wave continues to blast the Midwest, Northeast, and South through the end of the week, and it says it's forcing the largest U.S. grid operator to declare a level 1 emergency for Thursday, as tens of million people crank up air conditioning to escape the temperatures in the northern hemisphere peaks. So on Wednesday evening, PJM Interconnection LLC declared an energy emergency alert level 1 in 13 states, from Illinois to New Jersey, with over 65 million customers. It is concerned about maintaining adequate power reserves on Thursday, as power demand is to soar, especially because of all the air conditioning, CPAP machines, and so on. Right now, it expects the demand to reach 153,286 megawatts as of 1700 Eastern Time, and about 186,000 megawatts of generating capacity. So it is to the brink. For you that don't know, that's very serious. And here's some grids, the power max of the natural gas, coal, and nuclear, doing most of the heavy lifting right now at 0700 Eastern Time. Power prices across the grid right now are appearing normal, but I would say that probably this surge in temperatures is going in the lower 48 is expected to peak on Friday. So we're going to have like a double whammy, right? I want to say that, I always give resources. I have no problem with giving resources because this is about community, and I might be touching on articles that you might want to go read something else. And I feel that, being community, that's what it's all about, right? That we help each other. In no way, shape, or form am I perfect or anything like that. I just feel that it's very important. Dragonflies, the road alarms going off. Folks, I think we have a delivery coming up the road. We've been waiting for 2 deliveries today. So I just wanted to bring this brief newscast to you. Hey, Reggie, Royal Linus, Reigning Remnant. Everybody, I really appreciate your support. Please do me one huge favor. Please hit the thumbs up. And after this live stream, go back on the live stream and post a comment. It really helps get this message out to more people. If you're a channel creator, please share it out. Thanks again to all the members, the super chats, the stickers, the phone calls, the emails, and all you folks do for this channel. We really appreciate you. This is OTWP signing out for the evening. God bless each and every one of you. Keep your head on a swivel, and it's better to be prepared than scared. This is why we prep. God bless you all. Until I see you again, my friends, make today count. Do something so that you don't get stuck out there with the masses doing some bullshit. God bless you, and I'll see you soon. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.